Ladies, gents, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Piotr here, and this is the market update for Live Forex Global YouTube channel. We are going to talk today, 6th of February, about the pound and why do I think the bulls on the pound might be in a very, very big trouble soon, right? Let's start with the cable. And let's start with a little bit higher level. What's important, what we have to try to understand is where we are from the higher time frame. We are well below yearly open, right? Now also we are well below February open, and we are challenging the yearly low right here, right now. And in case of the breakdown, we are entering 129 probably, and then we are entering 2780, and then the levels we discussed previously, 2650, right? And below 2650, the bigger trouble towards even 120. So lately bulls were not able to hold above 130. So looks like the last Friday spike was very, very short-lived. Okay, there was a huge rejection on Monday. Then bulls were trying to hold on Tuesday, very important level. So we had a little bit of the bounce, but compared to the Monday move to the downside, right, it was almost nothing. Okay, now from the medium term perspective, it might be good to wait for a little bit of the bounce one more time, right, like 130, 130, 40 I'm sorry, and 50, okay, with the downside targets towards 29, 2780, 2650, and then even lower. So why do I think we might be in trouble? Because that's the situation we've seen Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Was not we haven't found the buyers, right? We haven't followed the price action from the Tuesday. There was just spike yesterday, rejected, and today continuation. Even if we are going to take quite a good PMI number into the consideration, the bulls are under pressure here, and as I mentioned, we might see 29. So this low might be challenged, so well, we'll see. There was a chance for a bulls here, right? And also we were discussing about that with the retest of the line and eventually attempt to continue higher. Failure, going lower. Now let's have a look what we have from the intraday perspective. As you can see, I'm short. That's the final size. But let's go step by step, and just the reminder, guys, I told you you are going to be able, I've been challenged, and you are going to be able to follow or to monitor all my trades and how the things are going on my side, right? So you are going to be able to find the link in the description, so feel free to monitor, feel free to ask the question, right? So let's make it that way. So if you are going to have a questions, I'm not saying I'm always right, because very often I'm saying I've been stopped, and I've been stopped today. I've been trying to trade the pound to the upside. Post. That was the Asian consolidation, and we saw the break, right? Pullback, and I've been trying to trade the pound to the upside, right? But here was the very nice failure, right? And we started to move lower. I've been stopped at minus 6 or 8 you are going to be able to check, so that doesn't matter. And after the move to the downside, I've placed my order in the middle of the Asian consolidation, and here, as you can see, almost to the peep, the last one, I've been filled, right? The first trade been very quick. I just recovered the early losses from the longs. Second was close, somewhere close to 29.60ish, and the remaining with already stop profit, no longer loss, stop profit is working. Now, first, of course, when it comes to the size, it's very small, because as you are going to see in a second, I do have more short pound exposure via different crosses, right? So here on the cable, I would like to see break to the downside. All right, it might be the case during the early New York session that we might see retest of that consolidation, right? Meaning that market may try to jump a little bit higher towards 130, and I'm going to try to renew eventually if I'm going to be out of the market, right? Okay, so that's, of course, there is a other side of the coin, that the bulls will step in right here, right now, right? And we are going to see huge move to the upside and daily close above 130. That's gonna be, again on the pound, that's gonna be a game changer from my perspective, in my opinion, right? So that's how I see the cable, but I'm quite safe here, right? I do have a long euro pound. I've been thinking that I'm going to renew, because it's not the first time. I've been thinking that I'm gonna be able to renew somewhere here, right, towards 84.50. Unfortunately, it didn't materialize. After that move, tiny pullback, and market started to move higher. Now the problem is, and I do understand that problem, that we have this possible supply which already been tested here, right? And it might produce a little bit of the pullback. I'm going to see how the pound is behaving during the early New York session, and again I might work with the stop. I might work with the stop profit. Actually, I can do this. I can move my stop right now higher, so yeah, just to secure it's not a loss anymore, right? So I'm placing the stop right under the shadow here, what we've seen the low 3 hours ago, right? What I'm targeting, actually we have to switch to the higher time frame, is gonna be better visible. I'm targeting 86, right? I'm targeting this liquidity pool above 85.80, so 85.80, 86, that's my target, right? For that particular euro pound long. And finally, another pound short is here. Let me find it, just 1 second. Pound yen, there we go. Okay, and I've been, if you remember, I've been thinking of the possible short around 44, right? There was a nice flag here, Riley, right? And boom, rejection. So what was behind the move today? It was the break of that consolidation, Asian hours, right? Very small exposure as of now. I want to see retest, maybe even stop count, and I want to see the retest of 42.90, 43, and rejection, right? So I want market to stay below this supply over here to the left, right? So that's what I want to see. I want to increase the exposure eventually, but in that particular case, I'm going to watch carefully, of course, but I'm going to increase exposure only after US cash open, right? So in case we need some kind of the update, I'm going to make it. So guys, again, link to the to monitor what is going on, you're going to find in the description. Fingers crossed. Let's not be trapped during the New York session, and see you around, guys. Thank you. Take care and goodbye.